Hey guys, how's it going? It is MrCrayfish and welcome back. Today we are going to be exploring my old Minecraft server, so sit back, relax and enjoy this video today. Alrighty, so today we are checking out my survival base from my old Minefields server. Now if you guys don't know what Minefields was, it was basically one of those YouTube servers where we had a bunch of YouTubers on this server creating videos, creating entertaining content. It was a bunch of fun. This world is actually from 2013 to 2015, so it's like 5 years old now. Well, the server, or Minefields, is 5 years old now, I should say. But this is absolutely insane because I spent so many hours building this base, and I want to show this off to you guys because maybe some of you guys are new to my channel, and we're going to be going back to my roots in this video today because I actually used to do survival Minecraft series on my channel. However, I decided to not do it anymore and kind of opt in for doing like modded type stuff because I'm really addicted to programming and mods and that type of stuff. So my content evolves over time, and you guys have probably seen, if you've been a subscriber since last year, you probably see some changes now to my channel. But I don't want to talk too much. Let's go ahead, let's get into this tour right now because it is going to be a big one. This is where it all began, my dudes. This is where I spent my first night on this server, in this very terrible, I don't know who put this sign here, this very terrible temporary shelter. And if we actually have a look inside here, you can see that we had a bed, we had a furnace here, and then we also just had a simple crafting table. So this is where I spent the first night on the server. Does it still smell like me? Still smells like me. I definitely slept there. Alrighty. That was a little bit weird. But what we're going to do is head over in this direction because we're going to head to our actual base that we built on the server here. Now there are so many different bases on this server. As I mentioned, this was like a YouTube Minecraft server, and as you can see over there, that is actually somebody else's base. And this basically here is my market that I built outside of my base because my base is actually underground, and I'm going to be showing you guys that real soon. I also have like a base at the top there that we'll check out before we actually do go underground. But in the market here, I built these redstone shops where people could buy food and whatnot. Unfortunately, as I said, I did not finish this off. Over here, we actually had a gypsy wagon. So these here are wheels, Cray's fortune telling wagon, bookings essential, alright? I'm a gypsy, okay guys? I'm a gypsy, I can predict the future. That's why I set one of these up in the server. I was able to predict everybody's future. Place gold in here, and it's a piece of rabbit. And it looks like there's some couple of things in here. Now I will put a link to the Minefields playlist if you guys would love to check out some old MrCrayfish because I was completely different back then. I've improved so much since those videos, and I'm sure you guys can agree with me here. We have like a little park in the middle here. Again, another nice little redstone shop up here. These lights here were actually indicating how much quantity was left. So if 2 lights were on, it means there's a lot of stock. If 1 light is on, it means there's low stock. And then if no lights are on, it basically means that stock is completely empty. I don't know what this was. I think this was like a leash or something, a leash dispenser, so people could actually buy them. But that's pretty much the market. I don't really want to focus on it because it's an unfinished project. But what we're going to do is head up to the top base up there. Now this here is actually my kind of stables area. Doesn't look like there's any of my donkeys or anything inside of here, unfortunately. But we'll go that way because you might notice that there is actually kind of like this big hole going down into the world right there. But let's go ahead and we're going to head up to the top here. Oh no. Alrighty, here we are. So this is kind of the first base that I built before I actually started building underground and building this massive man cave. That's what I used to call it when I was on the server, the man cave. But we'll head up here. And it's interesting because I've still got all the items and everything, and you might have noticed my hotbar as well. This is still all the original items the last time I left the server. So we have like some pickaxes here. We have a grappling hook. We actually used to have a plug-in on the server which added in a working grappling hook. Yeah, just a bunch of materials. I'm not going to show too much of what is inside of the chest here because we actually do have a lot to get through in this video today. We had like we did have a nether portal there, but I actually moved it underground. Looks like we had like some sort of nether wart farm at the top here. We had a challenges board. Oh, this is a to-do list. We had, I think this is a challenges board. Yeah, the challenges board here. Get 20 cats and dogs. And you guys actually suggested all these ideas. So these are really OG subscribers right now that are mentioned here. Axebug14, Draken, Ninja, and Axebug again. I remember Axebug. He was like the OG subscriber back in the day. But let's go down here. That's pretty much it of that building right there. Let's go back down here. Oh, is there music in there? Is there music? Have I got any discs? There's no discs in there. Oh, there's a ton of cobble there. That's interesting. But I used to have like a minecart coming up to here. Spare carts. If you actually head over in this direction, there's actually like a wheat farm. A small wheat farm, I should say. Because I actually built a massive wheat farm. And we're going to be checking that out later in the video. So make sure you stick around because it is honestly probably the biggest wheat farm you have ever seen inside of Minecraft. Looks like there's nothing inside of there, and yeah, it was just a really kind of simple wheat farm with some water, which would actually destroy the crops and bring all the seeds down to the bottom here, but I'm not going to show you too much. It served me well in the early days of the survival series, but I didn't really use it that much because it was annoying actually planting the seeds, and I needed a better method. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead. I'm actually going to head down into the hole now. I'm actually going to go down there a little bit, just a little bit more safely. We'll go down this bit here. Alright, here we go. And I'm pretty sure there happened to be like an explosion under this house at some point. I don't know. I think one of the members decided to do a prank on me. I have returned. Things are going to change. I will get my One Direction CD and my revenge. I do not know what went on down here. I did not know what went on down here, but it looks like it was some sort of like, looks like a prison. Like there's iron bars. Alright, so I've just come over to this side here where we actually had the stables here where you guys saw from before, just so we can continue on from here. Now I actually had like a little slime system which would actually take me up to the top of this hole here. Unfortunately, I don't think it works anymore because the mechanics of pistons and slimes has actually changed since they were first introduced, but we can actually jump down here, fall into a pool of water at the bottom, and there we go. But yeah, this here is the slime elevator that I built, and if we actually go ahead and we stand on here, you'll notice that it does not work at all, so very unfortunate about that. There's a chest here with some redstone in it. Dang! I was stacking redstone. Well, that's not really it, because I actually built dedicated storage rooms in this man cave, and I'm going to show you guys right now. So over here is kind of the main one that I used, but over here is kind of the second one, which I thought I completed it, but I don't think I did. But this is kind of what it looked like, and the inspiration was kind of like from a library where you would have these kind of rows of books. Instead of books, there would be chests, and in the chests you would have certain items in it. So let's go over to the other side where we actually have a working or a complete version of that that I can actually show you guys. It looks like, oh yeah, that's the throne room. We'll check that out in a second here. But this here is the completed version of this library inspired bookcase kind of chest storage system. We had like tools and weapons, ores, minerals, and ingots. How many diamonds did I have in here? No diamonds. I think I stored them in my ender chest just to keep them safe from other YouTubers from stealing them, because we would do a lot of pranks all the time on this server, and diamonds was one of the most common things to take from somebody. We had a bunch of like new update stuff, a bunch of saddles there. That's crazy. A bunch of paintings. Wow, was I trying to sell some paintings or what? I really don't know what was going on. I think this is all just my miscellaneous chest, but potion ingredients. We got like bowls over here, food. We have a bunch of glass. Wow, I had a lot of glass there. Anything else in here? Leaves. Just a bunch of other stuff. If we come up here, we actually had like an automated furnace system. So when you see a light above the furnace, that actually means something is inside of it. So as you can see, we have some iron in here. Let's go ahead. Let's cook the rest of that up. You know, that was a little bit selfish of me leaving that uncooked there. We'll also come out and take those coals out of there, and we'll just pop it into that one there. There we go. So we'll let that one cook up. I definitely miss playing survival Minecraft, but I actually kind of just moved on to other things, I should say. Kind of moved on to, you know, mods, because I really love mods. I still like survival Minecraft, but not as much as I used to be honest. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of an unfinished tunnel that I had over here. But yeah, I had like a little second level here that you could actually overlook the kind of area. We also have my face over there as well to signify that I am the king of the server, because I was the king of the server. I am the king, alright? I'm the king crayfish. I ruled the server. But yeah, that's pretty much it of this storage area. Just having a look here, seeing what I had in there. Oh, I had a ton of gold. Look at all that gold there. A couple of, I don't know, like eight stacks of that? No, sorry, 6 stacks of that plus 50. Bunch of iron. We had a ton of materials stacked up in my storage system there. Let's go ahead. Let's head this way here. Looks like we had some bunnies from the brand new update when that actually came out, because bunnies were a new thing back then when we were on the server. I used to have these kind of little wheat farms around my base just in case I was in desperation for food, so I could easily just find one of these, harvest it, and then quickly just plant it back, which was really cool. Yeah, it's a little cool little design with the glass as well. And I actually still really like this kind of base design to this day. I must say, like, maybe it is a little bit overwhelming, the whole design of it, because there is a lot of wood involved. But that was kind of the whole style of it. This was my enchantment system here, and basically when you actually walked on the pressure plate, the light would come on and it would actually have this flash effect, which was actually unintentional when I first designed it. And I thought, you know, it's actually a really cool feature that it flashes like that, because it feels like the light is actually turning on. You could actually adjust the books here by flicking the levers there. So depending, you could actually limit the level that you can enchant it with. Of course, now it's a little bit different because you actually use lapis lazuli to help enchantment, whereas back in the day you didn't actually need that. So that's a change in Minecraft that maybe some of you guys did not know about. This here was my first ever, oh, not my first ever, but the first mob farm that I built on the server. And I was so lucky, and this is why I built my base underground. I found a skeleton spawner, and basically I'd spawn here, and what happens is, are they too smart now? They might be a little bit more smarter since back in the day, because these things would just go down this way, right? And they come down here, and then they would actually fall on this platform, and I would kill them, get their bones, get their arrows. It was good for farming as well, because if you don't know, you can turn bones into bone meal, and then you can fertilize your plants with them. I'm sure you guys know that already though. That was just kind of a little back entrance that I had. We have like these kind of little apartments in here where I was actually keeping villagers inside of them, but unfortunately the villagers died, I think. I don't know how they died. I think a zombie or something killed them or something like that. I don't really know. This here was my really bad potion room. I really don't know why I built it like this, but I did. But the really cool thing about it is, instead of actually naming the ingredients by their name, I would actually name them by their potion. So if I wanted a potion of healing, I would just press that and it would give me the correct ingredient. Let's go ahead, let's do something that would actually output something. There we go. So we have a gas tier here, and that would actually allow us to create a potion of regeneration. So didn't really have to learn what materials to use, just had to know which potion that I wanted. Let's pop that into there. Let's head back out here, and we won't go that way yet. We'll go this way because there's a little bit of more stuff at the back here. We have this kind of little fountain. I don't know why. It wasn't really the nicest looking design. We also have this kind of little drop off that I had, and if we actually go up to the top here, you'll see that this is actually at the kind of market here. So this is just a little shortcut I had to get back down into my little man cave here. This is just a simple redstone bin that I created. Nothing too special about it. If we head over here, we have my sheep farm, and this one took so long to actually build because there's redstone involved. I had to actually farm all the colors of wool to create this. This is just the bottom area. If we actually go up to the top here, you guys will see the actual sheep in their kind of little dens at the top here. So have a look at this. So we actually had these kind of different sections of the sheep farm here. So over here we have these sheep. We have green sheep. We have some cyan over here. And again, these are all like in order in a way. Is there any shears about anywhere? Here we go. So I'll show you guys how this works real quickly. And it was a very simple design that I had. And basically all you have to do is right click the sheep like that. There we go. And then we would actually go back down here, press this button here, and what it's going to do is activate the water. And it basically pushes all the items into the fence here, and below the fence there's actually a hole, and it pushes it down to the bottom here. And you'll notice as well that the ladder is at the mouth of the sheep here. Just thought I'd point that out. And if we go down here, it would have actually gone into that chest there and filled it up. So you can find all the different colors of wool down below here. And if you need it for any projects, you could do so. I'm surprised I didn't actually turn this into a farm. Oh no, sorry, not a farm, a shop. Because that would have been probably the best use case of this actual system, is turning it into a kind of wool block farm, because I'm sure a lot of the members would have loved to have a little wool at their disposal. But really kind of cool system. If we actually have, is there anything up here? Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything up here. If we head back outside of the sheep farm here and we turn right, we kind of had this kind of weird area that I didn't really know what it was about. We had like a farm here. We had like another farm over here. I don't really know what this area was about. We had sugarcane here, I guess. I guess that was the only thing about it. But not for anything else, it was really like a really pointless area that I didn't really use that a lot. Didn't really use a lot. We have some more nether wart farming down here. But I guess that was the main use of it, was just a farming room. Really basic. What we're going to do is head to that throne room. So we're going to go around to the right. Again, another kind of another wheat farm area there that I was using just in case I wanted some quick food. Again, like another upstairs balcony area there for the chest room there. But what we're going to do is head over here into the throne room right now. And this took so long to dig out. Now, this was all underground, remember guys. This is not above ground. This is underground. So I first had to dig all of this out. I don't even want to know how many blocks I dug out, but it's definitely in the tens of thousands to dig out just this room alone. And that's not including the rest of this actual cave. So you can see how long this took. Like the ceiling there took the longest, because you can think, how did I actually place those blocks on the ceiling? But I did all this in survival mode, believe it or not. But this is absolutely insane. Now, I'm pretty sure there's like a secret in one of these pillars. I'll have to check it later on, but definitely think there was a secret. Now, because I was the king of the server, this was my throne room, so I actually had a king chair. Have a look at this. Alright, here we go. There we go. I am the king of the Minefield server. Still am the king. I'm still the king of the server. But that's where I'll sit from time to time. Do we have anything in this chest? Looks like we just had a bunch of building materials with us. But if we actually go into here, this was actually my kind of crib that was going to be my home. Unfortunately, I don't think I finished it at all. But we're going to head up to the top here. I really wished I finished it, but it was a lot of work because there's a lot of detail involved. So first of all, we have like this kind of fish tank over here. You can see some fish inside. Really cool little design. We had like a little pool table over here. Now, if you understand the behavior of fire, you can actually have a fireplace with some inside of a wooden house. We have like a little couch over here with a flower on top. I think over here we had some emeralds. Yes, we did. And I think there used to be CDs in there, but I'm not really sure where they actually went. Is that like it looked like a hopper underneath. It really looked like a hopper underneath of that chest there. We have a little jukebox over here. We have a nice little rug on the floor. If we come over here, this is where my bed was. So this is where I'd sleep at night. We have a bunch of materials in this chest. Don't really know what's going on there. We have diamond axe here, silk touch, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. What a mean pickaxe. If we go into here, this is actually my bathroom. So it looks like there's a cow inside of the shower at the moment. We had a bathtub over here, which looks like there's actually some blocks on those item frames there. But I think because of an update in Minecraft, they actually changed the positioning of blocks on an item frame. If we head down here, this should actually take us down back to the bottom there, and that is pretty much it for the crib. But that is it for the underground base. I just remember spending so long building this, so many countless hours, so many days. Like, I remember I would spend like almost 2-3 days on just one episode. That was how insane I would spend back then. Not because, like, you know, I was just putting a lot of time. I was just putting a lot of time into one video because I would do something, then it would take me like an hour or two to actually build it, and then I would record again, and the process just keeps going on. So I spent so many hours off camera actually building a lot of these kind of bases. But anyway, what we're going to do is I actually do want to head up to the top here because I want to show you guys one of the biggest farms you have ever seen inside of Minecraft. Honestly, I've never seen anybody do anything like this before, and again, I want to note that this was built in survival mode. No lie. I spent so long building this, and I got credit. I got people to back me up with this. This was a survival server. We did not cheat on this at all. We actually put the time and effort into building gigantic and impressive things. So here, you guys, I present to you the biggest ever wheat farm you will ever see inside of Minecraft. And I'm just gonna go up to the top here right now. Have a look at this. You guys can't even see the end of it. That's how big this wheat farm actually is. So we're gonna go ahead and fly up here. Have a look at this. This thing did not even render the entire farm when you're on one side of it. Have a look at this. Like the other, you can't even see the other side of the farm from here. I think we got a render distance. Oh no, it doesn't actually render. Have a look at that. We can't even see the other side of the farm there because it's not even rendering. That's how big this farm actually is, and we've only run it ever once. That's how big. That's how long it took to actually plant. And as you can see down here, we do actually have some wheat left over. Probably from lag or something like that, because that is a very kind of odd placement for the wheat to be there. But I remember when we actually tested this out, it would lag the server, so we had to be very careful with it. But I just basically wanted to build the biggest wheat farm just because, like, it's a little bit silly because it would take forever to plant everything back on this. But we run it once and we got so much wheat from it, and hopefully I can show you guys here how much wheat we did actually get, because I had to build like this whole entire catchment system. And if you have a look inside, maybe we have to go down further here. Oh yes, we do. This is the massive storage system that I built to actually store all of the wheat as well. Now I'm pretty sure this was actually before I run the first run of this farm, because if we actually take a look inside of the chest here, you would see that there isn't actually any of the wheat inside of there. We just actually have seeds. Well, it's cheese and crackers, sorry, but it is seeds in terms of Minecraft. Let's have a look here, just a bunch of materials. Oh, it looks like we did actually. Hold up, we got bread here. So we created a bunch of stacks. I don't think that was actually the real amount. I think we definitely created so much more bread, but I think I gave out a lot of it because it was just for fun. It was the biggest farm I've ever built inside of Minecraft ever. And again, all built in survival mode as well, I should note. I should just keep reiterating because this is all survival mode. It took me hours to smelt all the glass. I think I had donations of glass as well. I also had help from other YouTubers on the server as well to help build this too. So pretty insane. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the biggest farm you ever have seen in Minecraft? Let me know in the comment section if this is the biggest farm you've ever seen inside of Minecraft. But that is so impressive. It brings back so many memories. Craze Jetty, 1 fish per fish. I don't even know what I was saying there. 1 fish per fish. That's my motto. That's my new daily motto, my dudes. 1 fish per fish. Looks like there's kind of like a little entranceway that I had here, which would actually take me back into the man cave. Yes, it does. And we're actually going to head down here because what we want to do is go into the nether here. Now, I actually had to update this manually because the world file didn't actually support, or didn't actually organize it correctly. So if we go into the nether here, we will actually go into the correct nether. And this was basically a tunnel system, so it could actually get to everybody else's base. So this here was my base. We could actually go to somebody else's. Over here we had Juicy's old home. That was another YouTuber that was on the server here. If we go back up this way, we go to so many other places. Over here we have Nimbus Labs. Now if you guys don't know, Nimbus actually did the channel art for my channel. So everything that you see, the banner on my channel page, the icons, the sponsor badges, they were all created by him. So he's been a long time friend of mine, and his skills as well have developed quite a lot over the years. So he's always been in charge of basically the art on my channel. 1.7 Landers and Buckle. Was that somebody that was on the server? I don't know. But what I want to do is actually check out the end farm. Maybe before we do that, we'll actually go ahead and we'll check out the spawn area. Hopefully I can find it. Spawn is this way. Looks like there's kind of some other places here. But what we're going to do is head to the spawn point, because I actually did have some buildings that I built at the spawn area, because every YouTube server has their kind of town area where the community builds in. And here we are, the town of Minefields, my dude. This is where all the kind of members from the server built on here. We would mainly build shops because it would be kind of the central business district of the server. And we have a bunch of things here, but we're going to check out my builds in this spawn, because if I was to look at everybody's, this video today would be super duper long. So what we're going to do is actually head this way. And we're going to head up here, because I don't think I really actually built a lot, but I did build kind of like a market over here. Looks like the server world will be reset on the 8th of February 2015. Look at this, guys. So I actually announced to all the members when this server was actually going to be reset. 8th of Feb 2015. There's also the second birthday for Minefields as a group. This will also be the first reset to happen. Season 2 hype. So we did actually start a second season. Unfortunately, I don't have the map for that, so we kind of that was a goner. Looks like we had a bunch of equipment inside of here, which is interesting. Let's have a look at our ender chest here. Have a look at this, 19 blocks of diamonds. If you guys don't know, that is like almost 180 diamonds, pretty much. So that is so much. I was like trying to collect a bunch of diamonds on the server. We have a ton of books here, some nice diamond boots. We have some enchanted tools there, a helmet, enchanted books, and some gold as well. So this is my little market area that I built over here. I think there's like a wool shop over here. The Greek treat. Looks like a bit of a food shop or something like that. That wasn't actually mine though. I just thought I would check it out because I saw it. This is kind of like a public stable, or the Time Lord Ranch. The Time Lord Ranch. Is my actual horse in here? Ah, there it is, Brown Caviar. That's my horse, guys. So that was, if you guys watched the series, Brown Caviar was my horse that I took around everywhere. And I'm pretty sure that was it. We got Eddie Murphy here. Eddie Murphy, Nimbus will be happy to see him again. This server ended around Christmas time. That is why I actually see snow all around here. And we've also got a Christmas tree right here. And I'm pretty sure the last video I actually did on the server was actually opening up presents. So it was a good way to end it off, I guess. Still a bunch of presents that were actually unopened on the server, because by that time a lot of the members did actually leave. Wait, what the heck? They must have known that was a thing, because look at that, SG Master Sword. It's actually got a different texture on it because of the Optifine texture pack that I got on right now that actually changes textures depending on the name of the item. So that was kind of cool. There's a Christmas tree there. I don't think there's really any of my other builds at the spawn here, but we'll take a look. It looks like there's a chicken store. I don't really remember that. Over here we have like a flower shop under construction, it looks like it. Oh yeah, this is mine over here. So I was actually building a casino on the server here because I had actually just recently built this kind of gambling machine here. It was called Slots. Unfortunately, this actually does not work anymore, and in the end actually glitched out. So unfortunately I wasn't actually able to finish it off. But this is kind of a casino that I was making, and I was hoping, you know, I could actually finish it off and make some money from this casino, from the other members, trying to get their money, you know. We just have a bunch of buildings over here. I thought this was a cool building. It's kind of like a lumberjack, I guess. Over here we have like this kind of working. Oh, it's a forge actually. I'm pretty sure they sold weapons or something like that at that building. Looks like some sort of glass room over here, but if we actually head over in this direction, we actually have the Nimbus Stadium, and this again, built all in survival mode, but this was a PvP arena, my dudes, and this is a really awesome arena that the other members actually built on the server here. I don't think I actually helped out with anything in this stadium here, all built by the other members. But this is a really cool stadium. I should really like import this into maybe one of my updated worlds, or maybe import this into the sponsor server if you guys know about that, and we can have some battles in this arena here, because honestly it is a really impressive arena, if I must say. And we actually did a couple of PvP battles in this arena, had a bunch of fun. There's a lot of like thought that actually went into this map as well in terms of design. Let's take a little bit of a bird's eye view of this right now, just to show you guys how big this stadium actually is. And it looks epic from up higher. I never actually really got to see it from up high because we were always in survival mode, but seeing it from this height looks really, really dope. I hope you guys watching this right now think this is dope as well, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you go ahead, snap that like button right now, and show your support for this video. Alrighty, so last place that I want to check out in terms of my kind of survival series is the actual, which way do we go? I think I want to check out the end world monuments. Let's go ahead back this way here. I want to check out the end, because that is actually where we built an Enderman farm that we'd actually farm XP from, and that's where we would also create a bunch of our enchanted tools as well. That was one of the things. We always wanted to have the best tools on the server, so we would spend so much time actually building them. So let's head this way. We actually put ice under the slabs here so you can actually jump quick. Oh, it looks like, oh yeah, I think the portal got corrupted or something like that. But hopefully this takes us to the world. Alrighty, looks like I found the end portal. It was actually hiding underground. I think the nether portals were actually glitching out, but hopefully our old stuff is still actually in here. So let's head into the portal right now. Let's jump in. Alrighty, so praying. Yes, it's still here. Oh, it's very bright. It is very bright in the end. I've actually never been in the end for a very long time. Okay, so it looks like in that direction is the actual end farm, and if we come this way, I don't remember it being this bright. I think it's just the shaders that are actually causing the issue here. But if we head up here, this is our end. Nothing really too special about it. Looks like we actually had a beacon over here for something. Looks like somebody had coal blocks here. Not sure what that actually was. But let's head this way, because in this direction we actually have the kind of ender farm. We'll also do this properly by going down below here, and we could also take like a minecart. Let's go ahead, let's for old time's sake, let's take a minecart, alright? For old time's sake. Here we go. Yeet! I haven't been in a minecart for a very long time. This is giving me I can't speak. This is giving me memories. This is giving me nostalgic feelings right now, guys. Nostalgic feelings. Alright, there we go. Let's be smart and put that back in. Alrighty, and if we head down here, we actually have our Enderman farm. Now, I'm pretty sure this design does not work anymore, but we'll see here in a second if it actually does. So we actually had a villager down here where you could actually buy some stuff from. I don't think we actually used him because he didn't really have good trades at all. There's an ATM here where you could actually access all your ender items. We had some music discs, because back then when you were actually farming, you would actually need some sort of music to keep you entertained. So we had music discs available. We had Andrew the Endermite, which if you guys don't know, can spawn, I think, when you actually, I forgot how it works, but I think it's like when you teleport using an ender pearl, they can actually spawn. And then over here, we actually had an enchantment system. So you can actually find inside of all these chests over here, or maybe these ones over here. Okay, it looks like we actually cleared it out. Oh no, here we go. So we actually had all of our kind of scrap books inside of the chest here, where you could take them if you really wanted to, but half the time we would just kind of get rid of them. But inside here is actually the Enderman killer now. I'm not sure if it's actually on. So yeah, it definitely does not look like it works anymore, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, that would actually bring it down. But Enderman actually used to spawn on these areas here, I think up the top here. Yeah, they used to spawn on these, and unfortunately now they do not spawn on top of pressure plates, so the system kind of got a little bit bonked. But I'm pretty sure you can actually still build this, maybe using tripwire hooks. I'm not really too sure, but this used to be one of the best Enderman farms. It was like insane amount of XP. Like you'd be able to get to level 30 within like 5 minutes or something like that, which was the best thing about it. And it looks like a lot of them just spawn inside of the base now, which is a little bit disappointing that it no longer works. But that is the end base that we had, or the end farm we used for XP farming. But that, my dudes, is going to end off this tour today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed checking out my old survival base on the Minefield server. Definitely was really cool. I don't think I'm going to be offering this for download because the map is like 1.5 gigabytes. So it is a very large map file because there was multiple people on the server exploring the whole entire thing with no limits. So very large map size. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure you remember to go ahead and snap that like button. Do let me know what you thought about this base in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys later for some more epic videos. Peace out, my dudes.